Welcome to Small Town Big Deal. I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jan Carl. We are in Villa Rica, Georgia, which is about 30 miles west of Atlanta.
And you know, Jan, we've told a lot of amazing stories, some really cool people, but today's story is truly remarkable.
The name Villa Rica means rich town.
And if wealth is measured in making a difference in people's lives, then the richest man in town is Brian Preston.
Around here we say we give hand-ups, not handouts. And it's really about allowing these guys an opportunity to help themselves.
Brian is the founder of Lamon Luther. It's a company that builds furniture from reclaimed materials.
For instance, this collection right here is a tree that fell in somebody's yard after a storm.
But the real mission is to reclaim lives.
My name's T.C. Curtis. I was homeless for 15 years. They pulled me from being nothing to what I am now. When you're homeless, you depend on the dumpsters behind restaurants. That's a way of surviving.
TC survived much of that time by living in a makeshift tent city deep in the Georgia woods.
Can you tell us what your life was like?
Yeah, 'cause them creeks get awful cold in the wintertime.
How did TC end up working for Brian? Well, for years, Brian had a successful home building business, and then the bottom fell out.
In 2008, we lost it all. We lost our house, our cars, and just everything came crashing down. It was good.
For Brian, losing it all proved to be a revelation.
It was kind of at that moment that I realized that I wanted to do something greater, do something more in my life. And discovered these guys living in the woods and wanted to try to figure out ways that I could help these guys.
At first, that help came in the form of dropping off food and firewood. But then Brian, who had started building furniture as a hobby, had an epiphany.
Hey, we could hire some of these guys to build this furniture.
About a month later, he come up and asked me if I'd want a job. And I said, of course, all of us want jobs.
I just knew that if I wasn't going to hire these guys, then who would?
Armed with nothing more than faith, some borrowed tools, and an old stack of lumber, Lamon Luther was born that day in Brian's garage.
Today, the company named for his grandfather occupies a 40,000 square foot warehouse. But more importantly, it has now given a hand up to so many men, all eager to rebuild their lives after years of addiction and homelessness.
I lost my fiance, lost all my money, I wrecked my car, so I pretty much lost it all, including my family. I pushed my family away, they didn't want anything to do with me. So I found myself at the bottom of the barrel. It was awful. Coming here, there's a lot of hope and there's a lot of opportunity, and it's been awesome.
You want one? Thanks.
This is reclaimed, so it came from a barn or a house? Or...
Yes.
So how exactly does Lamon Luther work its magic? Watch how this old piece of lumber becomes a beautiful table.
Can I help?
Oh, yeah.
You think I'm good enough to help?
As long as you don't hit your finger with a hammer.
So, TC, we got to get all these nails out?
Yeah, we have a metal detector.
Now, that's just too cool. We never had anything like that when I was growing up.
And
This is pretty simple work.
yeah.
Hey, Jan! Yeah. Hey. So we're clear up to there.
There's another one.
You got all those down there?
Once the nails are all out, it's over to the planer.
Main thing is your eye protection, because the wood flies around on the planers.
Okay.
And it is very noisy. Find your thickest piece, which will be 1 1/4 inches. We'll come in and set our planer down to 1 1/4 inches. All right, you start with your thick one.
You want to start with this one?
Yeah. You want to keep it always level.
From there, the newly minted planks are ready to become a tabletop.
You were asking how they get boards like this together.
Right. I know they use glue, but that just doesn't seem like enough.
It's not. There's one of these in there about every foot. They're called biscuits.
Okay, and then you'd, oh, look at that!
You do that every foot. And then you put glue on here too, and then you clamp them together and let them set for 4 or 5 hours.
That's it?
That's it.
The finished table is nothing short of spectacular.
That's beautiful.
Nice work, guys.
Yeah.
So what's really cool then is, even though this looks brand new, it's like very, very old the wood is.
Right.
And you just run it through that planer and it makes it look new.
That's right.
So could you do that same thing for Jan and I?
I was like, wait a minute, where is this going? Yeah, I just need a little planing around the crow's feet and...
I think I need more than you, so.
Yeah, I think he needs extra time.
Lamon Luther's success continues to grow. It's now carried by such retailers as Pottery Barn and Williams-Sonoma. And the company was also featured for the first time at the prestigious High Point Market.
Can you put it in there pretty? There you go. Good job.
Brian's wife, April, says her husband isn't just building a business. He's building a community, one life at a time.
These guys are family to us. They eat at our dining room table. We have dinner with them once a week at least. I've done their dirty laundry from Tent Village in my washing machine. You know, they come over for Thanksgiving because they don't have family to do Thanksgiving with.
Come in 18. 18. We just want to create meaningful work for these guys and jobs that mean something to them, and furniture does that. It's taking old broken wood that is full of nails, you know, and it's very symbolic to the guys that we hire, because I think society views both as garbage or trash. But when we bring them into this place and we take those materials and we take these men and we allow them to create this art, this furniture, they can take a step back and say, wow, I built that. I created that from nothing, and now it's something, and it's something that can last forever.
Chick-fil-A, in partnership with Small Town Big Deal, is excited to bring you stories of remarkable people making a difference in their communities.